Hi guys, for today's Pick a Card, we're going to be discussing where you lose touch with reality and how you can escape it. Just because Neptune energy is that type of dreamlike energy where it can either be, you know, I don't want to say delusional, but kind of like illusions can be formed here. But also, this is also where intuition comes in. So there can be that fine line that you have to distinguish, is this your intuition or is this your ego, creating some type of an illusion for you. It's a really fine line, and it's something we struggle with. Even psychics struggle with it. It goes as far as even in the visions, most psychics can't give themselves readings because of those visions that come through. When we try to tap into our own energy, it's like it gets too distorted. We can't really understand what it is we're seeing because we just get too hung up on it. We're like, wait, what is this? Well, what does that mean? And it's like, well, if we saw these things coming through for somebody else, we could describe it just fine or 10 times better than we could for ourselves. So it's like, it comes into play where you really have to try to keep your ego out and just listen to that higher self, that source energy that's within all of us, that's constantly trying to guide us, trying to help us out, but at the same time letting us do it on our own and just giving us that silent, quiet nudge that we feel. But then we're like, sometimes we mistakenly think that's the ego, and we're like, no, maybe that's just me overthinking it. And it's like, no, that was the higher self, and then we overthink it, and then that's usually when we make those things we like to call mistakes, but they're not mistakes. So they're just taking us where we need to go. So I figured, we would do a reading on that, where you lose touch with reality and how do you escape it. And then we'll do a read from Awaken Your Third Eye and see which chakra could be off balance, because that's usually why we're not listening to that, or where we lose touch with reality. Sorry. So pile 1, if you feel like this deck resonates with you, feel free to fast forward to pile 1. Pile 2, if you feel like this resonates with you, feel free to fast forward to pile 2. All right, so I'm gonna move forward. Okay, so pile 1, where do you lose touch with reality? All right, so let's do that first, and then we'll get a clarifier. Where do you lose touch with reality, pile 1? Reconnect with Mother Earth, plant, garden, harvest. Okay, let's get a clarifier. Where do you lose touch with reality? Intuitively, I'm thinking something about grounding energy. Where do you lose touch with reality? Instead of starting at steps like A, B, C, you may just go to D, E, F, something like that. Lake, stillness. Where do you lose touch with reality? Not being not being in touch with grounding energy, because there's a huge message here about being outside. Plant, garden, harvest. I think going slow, planting seeds, stillness, meditating. Gaia, Mother Earth, love, nurture. So where do you lose touch with reality? I feel like this is reality, what I'm looking at. Like this is... All right, I'm going to channel. Where do you lose touch with reality? I feel like I'm at a lake house or a beach house. Balance. It's like I feel like I saw you seeing something you wanted, and then it's like you're taking steps backwards while looking. Like as if it scares you to go for what you want. I'm getting another message. Expressing emotions. It's like something about your mind. You do something with I feel like you think more. Like you don't... Like I'm seeing your water, which is supposed to express your emotions in your brain, leaking out. So it's like, that's not how that works. You know? It's like how you express emotions isn't balanced. It's like you think how do I word this? You think from your heart, but from your mind. But you're supposed to think with your heart from your heart. And it turns you into, I feel like I'm seeing a starving wolf. Out of nowhere, I'm literally so sad. I feel like my heart is just like, purple's coming in. Oh, because you're looking at someone. Okay, so it's like, remember it's the starving wolf or something? It's like you're on the floor, like, looking at someone. I'm gonna open my eyes. Where do you lose touch with reality? By not doing, you just, I see you being like seeing the things you want, but somehow being intimidated by it, so you don't go after it. I'm gonna say it has to do with the fear of failing. And then there was something else in regards to heartbreak, and it's like stillness. It's like you have to go within to heal, but I'm getting the feeling of you try to just like go in your mind and not feel. Something like that, like hollow. I was getting hollow, but there's water there. That stuff catches up to you, and I feel like you're feeling it, but that stuff doesn't leave. And I feel like you're feeling that as well. I feel like that's how you're losing touch with reality. Like you're kind of just like in this energy of still doing this. Like stillness, like stuck in this energy of not moving. But it's like harvest. Start growing something. Start making moves. Start planting. Start gardening. Green, heart chakra. There's so much green. We're here meant to feel everything. You're seeing things that you want for a reason. You're meant to go after that. Fear of failure is ego. We all fail. Oh my gosh. How many businesses have I had that failed? And I've seen it my whole life. My mom's business. Sonny's coffee shop. Where's that shit? Where's that card? I keep these things up for motivation. Nothing's a failure. It's just a lesson. And that's not like a loser quote either. I feel like people like make us believe these things, and it's like, no. My dad, he was making so much money at one point, and then he lost it all because he thought he was doing the right thing for his parents. And they didn't care about what he did. So he ended up losing a lot of money. But he's not a failure. He's not a fucking failure. He could still do something if he wanted to, because he's got that mindset. Oh my God, who else? Oh, right, me. I didn't even name all the businesses. There's several. During Saturn's return, I totally forgot about it. I was thinking about it today. There was this business idea I had. I made a social media account and everything. And I think I added a lot of people too, and then I didn't do anything with it. I got lazy because it required a lot of work. That shouldn't stop you. Oh my God. Oh, I was going to say, because I'm going to read from here too. And it stopped on the third eye chakra. And I was like, oh my God, how did it stop on a chakra? In addition to the two petaled Ajna chakra, third eye wheel, 3 other chakras exist within the brain in the area of the third eye. Manas chakra, Indu chakra, and Nirvana chakra. According to ancient scriptures of India, there are 3 seats in the forehead region. They are called Bindu, point, Nada, crescent moon, and Shakti, power. The Bindu point is the dot above the mantra Om in Ajna. The nada is the nada is Manas chakra, and the Shakti is Indu chakra. Mana chakra, sensory mind. Manas, mind chakra, your mental vehicle, consists of 3 points: conscious mind or lower, instinctive mind, manas chitta, subconscious, emotional, or impression mind, sankara, kita, and habitual pattern mind, vasana chitta, I don't know. This chakra is ruled by the planet Mercury, which governs mental activity, the sign Gemini, ruler of lower mind and the 3rd house of the astrology chart. So, I don't know what I just read. Let me reread it. In addition to the 2-petaled third eye wheel, 3 other chakras exist within the brain in the area of the third eye. According to the ancient scriptures of India, there are 3 seats in the forehead region. They are called point, crescent moon, and power. Thus, Bindu point is the dot above the mantra. The nada is Manas chakra, and the Shakti is Indu chakra. Okay, so they're talking about the 3rd eye. And now they're talking about the crown chakra. Your mental vehicle consists of 3 parts: conscious mind or lower, instinctive mind, subconscious, emotional, or impression mind, and habitual pattern mind. This chakra is ruled by the planet Mercury. Okay, so talking, which governs mental activity, the sign Gemini, ruler of lower mind, in the 3rd house of the astrology chart. Okay, but that's not, there's no message. Oh, okay, let's talk about it since it's continuing. Also known as sensory or lower mind, manas, I don't know, is responsible for perceiving sensory impressions through seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, and feeling. More powerful and rarefied than your physical senses, it makes your senses operate by transporting sensations to your highest chakras in the brain. Sense operations such as seeing or hearing are dependent on bodily eyes or ears, but manas can operate independently of the sense organs even after death. Manas is not only responsible for outer sensory perception, but also awareness of subtle sense perception, such as the clairvoyant sight or clairaudient hearing, independent of physical eyes or ears. The location of Mana chakra is a subcenter with Ajna. It is found above Ajna chakra, above the Bindu of Om. In a second nada, crescent moon shape, this corresponds to the front part of the brain's 3rd ventricle. Oh, I feel like this is the message for you. Concentration, mercy, gentleness, patience, non-attachment, control, excellent qualities, joyous mood, deep spiritual love, humility, reflection, restfulness, seriousness, effort, controlled emotion, magnanimity, concentration. Questionnaire on the sacral chakra. The following questions are designed to help you place the qualities of the sacral chakra into healthy context. Look at them as an opportunity for you to evaluate what you do with your life, energy, and make permanent and sustainable changes that will bring you health and well-being. Okay, I don't want to drag this out. So, do you give yourself time off from the grind of daily life? How often in the course of a day do you stop what you are doing and take a break? Do you look after your need for nutritious food, enough fluids, vitamins, supplements? Do you honor your body's need for the rest when you are tired? Do you give yourself a change of scenery from time to time by going out into nature? Do you give your body treatments such as body work, facials, or massage? What do you do to alleviate stress in your body? How do you cope with demands on your time and energy? Do you know when to say no to those who are toxic and negative? Can you protect your vitality from being drained in wasted conversations and highly dramatic events? Deservedness. Do you feel you deserve the life you say you want? Do you deserve peace, beauty, and tranquility in your life? Do you deserve love, kindness, and true friends? Do you deserve vacations and holidays where you have an opportunity to recharge your vital force? Do you feel you deserve to be recognized as a whole person with individual needs? Do you feel you deserve to enjoy life? Do you experience dark moments when you feel you are not enough and will always be deficient in the things that matter to you in life? Do you feel you deserve to see yourself as enough? Do you feel that you can manage external pressures knowing that you deserve time out to live your life the way you choose? Do you feel you deserve the happiness you long for? Okay. Where do you lose touch with reality? How do you escape this? Connect with past loved ones. How is that going to help pile one? They're dead. No, I'm just kidding. That was stupid. Okay, how do you escape this? Let's get a clarifier. Connect with past loved ones. Sense, feel, reconnect. All right, so your spirit guides. Spirituality. Shaman. Ancient healing wisdom. Oh, wait, let me make sure this is... Okay. So, where do you lose touch with reality and how do you escape it? Getting in touch with your spiritual ass self, my dudes. Okay. All right, I'm going to channel. Balance. Seeing a face, half black, half white. I feel like you're in a room and there's a big ass window. I feel like you're looking at a tree, but a building in the background. I don't like your, it's not like shaky energy, but it's like kind of, I could see why they're saying balance the energy. But I see that the divine's like helping you with this at this time. So maybe there's just a little off. I feel like you're looking at two people. Two people that are, one's in a wheelchair and one has broken legs. So it's like one's in crutches and one is in a wheelchair. What is this symbolic of? Something about this is considered to be not dark, but not light to you. It's like sources telling you to stop looking at this, and it's like they point to the sky. I feel like you're looking at others. There's something about you and this like comparison energy, and they're trying to get you to focus on you, something like that. Because it's like you have something to do, but it's like And it's like you know and you see it, but it's like, it's not that you rather watch others, but it's like, it's, regardless, it is what you're doing. It's like they're saying you have to trust yourself. You have to trust us. Like, it's like you don't trust your spirit guides. And I feel like they keep showing up for you. Like I feel like I'm seeing pillars. Like they keep showing you. I feel like they keep guiding you. And it's like you keep hiding them or something like that. Like you keep storing them away. Like they're a secret, your spirit guide. Something like that. Like that's the energy. It's like they're showing me you're too hung up on someone. It's like, I don't know if you remember. Wait, no, that's still a thing with taxi drivers. With the clear, I'm seeing purple. The clear window separator thing where it's like you could give them cash through it or something like that. I guess they slide it open now. It's like you're passing a scroll or something to this person, and it's like, it's like you need to do some. I'm seeing a spade in your mind. I don't know what a spade is, like the meaning of it. I would look it up. Spiritual meaning of a spade. It's purple. So I feel like purple's coming through because it's like you're aware of your spirit guides. It's like you're very aware, but you're just like blocking them out. Like you're not listening to them. But that's how you get in touch with reality. Like that's what's real. And it's a hard concept to understand because you may be so comfortable in the 3D. I'm gonna open my eyes. But it's like when you give them a chance and when you connect with them, that's when things start changing for the better. That's when you start moving in this direction that works for you. I feel like you're picking up on these energies because the purple was coming through. So it's like you're feeling these energies or you're aware, but I don't know, you're like blocking them out in some type of way. I think you're just comfortable in this energy where it's like it doesn't, you just may be used to this energy where it's just the same thing kind of over and over again. I think you've just convinced yourself that this will eventually change. But it's like, how long have you been saying that? It's like they're stepping in because they know where this goes. And I feel like you're trying to step into this and being like, no, I know where this goes. And they're just like, please just let us help you. Okay. Differences in prefrontal correctal thickness were most pronounced in older, more experienced mediators, suggesting that meditation might offset age-related cortical thinning. This data provides the first structural evidence for experience-dependent cortical plasticity associated with meditation practice. In 2007 at National Taiwan University, what the fuck am I reading? Oh, wait, hold on. In 2007, a National Taiwan University, I'm going to botch this up, Chien Hu Lao Cheng, whatever, it doesn't matter, studied the correlation between pineal activation, which is the third eye, just in case you don't know, and meditation using MRI brain scans. Their findings indicated that, together with other brain regions, the pineal body exhibited significant activation during meditation, supporting the long-lasting speculation that the pineal plays an important role in the intrinsic awareness that might concern spirit or soul. Jai Huang Chen of the National Taiwan University in Taipei, co-leader of the study, stated, "Our results demonstrate a correlation between pineal activation and religious meditation, which might have profound implications in the psychological understanding of mind, spirit, and soul. Please refer to my books, The Power of Auras, and The Power of Chakras, where you will find reports of extensive scientific research on clairvoyance and the biofield, the invisible energy body that permeates, and surrounds the physical body. In the next chapter, we will turn to the time-tested wisdom of the East to deepen our understanding of the third eye." Discipline and pleasure. Damn it. The sacral chakra functions best when there are optimal conditions for joy, relaxation, and pleasure. If the body is used as a beast of burden, it will wear out early and develop painful conditions from the strain. If the body is not given enough stimulation in the form of exercise, it becomes lazy and congested. What is good for the body is good for our energy. This chakra thrives with a combination of healthy discipline and enough pleasure to ease out stress and tension in the body. It looks for natural solutions that honor the physical being and the spirit of a person. If the sacral chakra is looked after properly, the physical body is vital and energetic for well into the senior years. It wears down from a lack of pleasure, harsh and punishing treatment, and physical therapies that do not involve an energetic context for healing. The spiritual dimension, intelligence, sensation, and pleasure. Soul lesson, peace, and wisdom. The sacral chakra opens us up to a realm of health, well-being, pleasure, and abundance. If we have attitudes that deny us pleasure, we will live a limited existence. The organism expands with pleasure and contracts with pain. Pleasure helps us sustain a peaceful and joyful life, rich in wisdom about the simple joys of life. The more we develop attitudes that allow us ease, joy, and pleasure, the more energy we have for doing the difficult chores and tasks. Looking at our attitudes about sensuality, sexuality, ease, abundance, and pleasure helps us mature and become our own person. The more we know ourselves, the less we are at the mercy of media marketing designed to make us feel we are somehow lacking. When we know what delights us and gives us joy and peace, then buying something to make us feel good enough becomes less attractive. All right, so where do you lose touch with reality and how do you escape it? Getting in touch with your innate wisdom. Healing and going within and, trusting your spirit guides. And that's what I got for you, Pile 1. I hope that helped. I hope that resonated. And I'm sending you love and light. Bye. High pile 2. Okay, so let's see. Where do you lose touch with reality? Where do you where do you lose touch with reality? Where do you lose touch with reality? Teach and share, instill, instruct, educate. Okay, let's get a clarifier. Tree. Grounding. Oh, sorry. Okay. I'm going to channel this. Okay, so I'm seeing temples. I'm seeing a lot of light. I feel like it is a little cloudy though. I feel like I can't see 100%. I feel like I felt like a shake up, like a small little earthquake. And now I'm seeing like things fall. So I feel like the message is that it's like, as wise as you could be, it's like the smallest little hiccup. Because again, I was like, I feel like I just saw like something that was resembling an earthquake. And the reason I was unsure is because it was the smallest, like, what do you call that? Shake, I guess, bump, but nothing moved, nothing happened. And then a few seconds later, everything started coming down. So it's symbolic in the sense that it's like the smallest little hiccup, which happens because of not seeing something clearly. And it stems from your feelings, because the temples are representative of your mind, intelligence. So it's like it's off balance there. It's like your feelings take over and shake it all up. Oh no. I see you run towards this, like a street sign. It's like, which way to go, which way to go. Then it turns into a power cable line, and you're climbing it. But it's like, I feel like other people are following you, something like that. And then it turns into a tree. So it's like you may go about things in such a dramatic way, all stemming from your feelings. And it's like people get to see this. But yet it's funny because it leads to a tree. So it's like you're back at this, like the other card that came up, the grounding energy. Oh, shit. I'm almost feeling like, because now I'm seeing you talk to people, but then it's like moments you have a mouth mask on. So it's like there's certain things like you like keep to yourself, but it's like, sorry, it's like these moments, these hiccups you have, it's like they bring you to, and this is so straightforward, right? But they bring you to these like new heights. Because remember, it's like you climbed up to that, the power cable line, it's a message, it's power, and then it turns into a tree. It's almost as if though, like even though these are dramatic scenes and it's like, oh my goodness, these buildings came down and it was an earthquake and it didn't need to go down like that. It's like, it did in one sense because it brought you exactly where you needed to be, and there's something powerful about it. I feel like I'm picking up on like a transformation, like a death rebirth. I definitely just saw a glimpse of red. So I feel like root chakra, grounding energy, security, stability. Like this is what you're searching for. So it's like, I'm gonna open my eyes. So here's the red. Okay. So where do you lose touch with reality? It's like maybe every time you think you're getting this security and it doesn't work out, everything goes to shit. But it's like you do this transformation every time, and every time there's like a death rebirth, which is the transformation, there's a higher learning that takes place, and that's what's going on over here, the temples. There's some type of wisdom you gain every time. But the grounding energy, there, like even though you do get into this, you do. I saw it, and this is what brings you into your power. But where do you lose touch with reality is those hiccups. It's those shakeups where it's like, oh my God, where's the town now? You know, it's like, but what's interesting is by doing those things, it creates some type of power. But I'm not suggesting that at all. If anything, I would say it's probably one of your lessons in life is to control that and to learn from that, the tree. All right. No, Helen got that. All right, so essential oils. Recommended oils include lavender, sandalwood, frankincense, parsley, davana, pine, pink lotus, and mugwort. These can be inhaled directly, except mugwort, burned in a diffuser or nebulizer, and added to bath water. Meditation. Meditation on the third eye will fill it with prana and increase its health and size. See how to meditate in chapter 14. Affirmation. Using affirmative prayer can help you decalcify your third eye. Please see chapter 13 of this book. For more detailed information, oh my God, why am I reading that? I'm so sorry. Affirmation. Using affirmative prayer can help you decalcify your third eye. Scientific evidence of the third eye. Professor Robin Dunbar from the University of Oxford, Dr. Joanne Powell, and Dr. Marta Garcia Finana at the University of Liverpool, Dr. Penny Lewis at the University of Manchester, and Professor Neil Roberts at the University of Edinburgh found in a 2012 study that people need specific cognitive skills in order to hold conversations, maintain multiple friendships, and handle a complex social world. The skill of mentalizing or mind reading is defined as the ability to understand what people are thinking. It was found that those with a greater capacity in this area have larger frontal lobes, the third eye region, orbital prefrontal cortex. Dr. Joanne Powell said, "We have been able to show that the relationship between brain size and social network size is mediated by mentalizing skills. What this tells us is that the size of your brain determines your social skills, and it is these that allow you to have many friends." In 93, Serena Ronnie Dougal of PSI Research Center, oh my God, doesn't matter, summarized research that connects the pineal gland with a PSI conducive psychic state of consciousness and its link with the Earth's electromagnetic field. The pineal gland produces an endogenous hallucinogen known as pinoline, which is almost chemically identical to harmala alkaloids occurring in the vine Banisteriopsis capi, I don't know, sorry guys, used by Amazonian tribes or psychic purposes. The pineal enzymes act on serotonin to produce several possible hallucinogens. The production of melatonin and serotonin is affected by variations in the EMF. This could be related to variations in a PSI conducive state. Ronnie Dougal suggests any strong change in the Earth's ambient magnetic field can produce a rush of natural bodily hallucinogens, enabling people to be more physically receptive. Parapsychologist Stanley Krippner's studies showed a connection between EMF and geomagnetic activity with an increase in dreams or psychic activity. When people visit certain places on Earth known as sacred sites, PSI experiences heighten. This suggests that sensitivity to PSI experiences is somehow affected by EMF. The pineal production of melatonin and possible PSI conducive beta carbolines is affected not only by light and stress, but also by EMF. No, just did that. Confidence. Young adulthood and all new beginnings are governed by the chakra. What chakra? Which one are we on? The solar plexus. Okay. At this time of life, it is appropriate to make mistakes as well as wholesome choices. Each challenge faced helps develop other internal qualities that define selfhood. Confidence and self-worth, as well as personal power, come from meeting the world on your own terms. These qualities are a natural outflow of the choices we make for ourselves in young adulthood. We learn from trial and error and develop confidence in our ability to stand on our own. Character formation does not come because of our family, our connections, or what we perceive to be our right. It comes out of experience of knowing who we are. Ooh, I like that. Character formation does not come because of our family, our connections, or what we perceive to be our right. It comes out of experience of knowing who we are. Archangel Uriel, regent of the sun, the lion. The first three chakras, root, sacral, and solar plexus, are concerned with family, tribe, clan, and country. They help us individually and find our sense of personal identity. So where do you lose touch with reality? So I think I said that already. So where do you lose touch with reality? I think in your subconscious mind, it's like every time, whether it's with family, friends, lovers, it's like you think you're finally getting that grounded foundation that you're searching for. And it's like the second something goes wrong and interferes with this slightly, like you think this is possibly not gonna work out, it's like doomsday. Because you want this so bad, because you didn't get this. All right, so how do you escape it? How do you escape this self-destructive behavior? Because this is not reality. You don't have to behave like that, right? It's hard, but enjoy new beginnings. Celebrate, socialize, change. Oh, how do you change? Change. No, no shit, duh. Oh my God. Now I get it. Can we get a clarifier? Shaman. Ancient healing wisdom. Okay. All right, let me channel this. I'm getting, originally it was like a balancing energy within yourself, but growing roots within you. Like become the grounding energy within yourself. Ground yourself first. Like, because I'm seeing like a wrecking ball, like you wrecking your own tree. And it's like, plant it, grow it. I feel like it's like, where are your roots? You know, like, who are you? It's like figuring out who you are. I feel like I just saw the number 8. So I feel like that's how you step into reality, is knowing who you are. There's something about a firm foundation for you. So it's like you have to build that firm foundation within yourself. Like, give yourself the things you felt like you never got, you know? What does that look like to you? Is it the nurturing energy? Is it the loving energy? Do you know who you are? Do you know the things you like? Do you know the things you don't like? Are you easily persuaded when somebody tells you about, you know, a different opinion on something, you know, you didn't believe in? And, you know, it's, do you like your time alone, or do you like time with friends? Do you like a mixed, or like, I feel like that's what I'm picking up on. Like, grow your own roots. What does your tree look like? You know what I mean? I feel like that's what healing is when it's needed. I feel like you have to go within in order to get out. I'm gonna open my eyes. You know what I mean by that? So it says, like, to celebrate. So you can have these new beginnings, you know, with like your soul tribe. But it's like, there needs to be this, trusting energy. Okay. So it's like, remember back in this vision, it was like the tiniest little hiccup, buildings were coming down. That means you don't trust your soul tribe. That means you don't trust yourself. That means you don't trust your people, pretty much, humanity. when you do trust your soul tribe, when you trust yourself, when you trust your people, when you trust humanity, these type of things aren't going to happen, these earthquakes, because you're not going to get yourself into these situations. These situations happen when you don't trust, because you're manifesting that energy. You're creating that energy because you're waiting for that energy. You're like, when is it coming? When is it coming? And then it usually does. And that's why that explosive energy is 10 times more explosive. It's also making things out to be things that they aren't, because you're looking for that. Oh, shit. Last time I saw this book, this is from my first spiritual awakening. Clairaudience means clear hearing, gross hearing, such as listening to music through headphones. Use your ears. In contrast, subtle auditory messages are usually inaudible. They are rarely heard externally. They seldom sound like someone speaking. More likely, they sound just like any other thought passing through your mind. For example, you might receive the thought, I love you. I am with you always. Whenever words pass through your mind, your inner ear hears them. Thus, the experience is defined as auditory clairaudience, or a download. Clear sentence? I can't pronounce that, sorry. Inner gut feelings come kinesthetically through clear sentence, clear feeling. You would receive these as feelings in your subtle body rather than gross feelings of outer sense perception in your physical body. For example, a gross feeling might be a breeze blowing across your face. Oh my gosh, I felt that before. Oof. The warmth, sunshine of the prick of a bee sting, all felt by nerves under your skin. In contrast, here are examples of subtle sense perceptions. You might get a subtle sensing about which direction to take. A feeling of great love or peace may overtake you. The boundaries of your body might seem to dissolve. How can you receive divine intuitive messages? Ask. That is how. Ask your higher self for a message. Ask for an answer to a question. Ask for healing, for love, for inspiration. Ask to know your true purpose. Ask and it shall be given to you. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, and clairsentience are not the only means of receiving intuition. Other ways to get an answer or message from spirit include serendipity or coincidence, a flash of insight or direct cognition, revelations and dreams, warning signals, telepathic communication, divine messengers in physical form, and divination or devices. Although you can receive intuition and communication from spirit through these other channels, they are not consistent or reliable. Therefore, opening your third eye reigns supreme because it allows you to get messages anytime you want. And how does that occur? Simply by asking. Asking, and it shall be given you. What if you do not receive? What happens when you try to ask and you do not appear to get the experience you seek? In such a case, some teachers have been trained to help you get the experience known as the Divine Revelation Breakthrough Session. Breaking down the wall to the divine presence at the center of your being. That is how you might define the breakthrough. The wall may be made of gossamer for some or brick for others. It consists of habits, beliefs, and thoughts that have convinced you that you are separate from divine spirit. These thoughts of fear, judgment, guilt, and confusion have coagulated into solid form. There is a facade barrier, ego facade, or veil of unbelief, which seems to separate you from God. It is an illusionary division between matter and spirit, a false barrier of error thoughts that cuts you off from your true nature. This veil of subconscious beliefs prevents you from your true nature. Sorry, I said that wrong. This veil of subconscious beliefs prevents you from experiencing spirit, from opening your third eye, and from developing your natural intuitive abilities. This facade barrier is not designated by God, designed by God, but by human free will, which builds up a wall of illusory thoughts so crystallized that they become things. Your habitual thoughts can become so deeply entrenched that they become defensive armors covering your clear, radiant, true self. With this protective facade barrier, you could feel so comfortable and secure in old habits that you have no incentive to change. You may resist healing old fears and worn-out beliefs. This barrier is made of memories stored in your subconscious mind. These memories comprise your ego, identity, who you think you are, and wait, no, it did repeat itself twice. Okay. Who you think you are and who you really are, most likely are two different things. For you probably identify yourself as your limited ego based on your past history. Breaking through means walking through the facade barrier and experiencing who you really are. When you experience your breakthrough, the divine self that you contact is so different from your ordinary human self that you might think it is another person. But this perfect spiritual being is the real you, the true self beyond boundaries. When you lift above false human beliefs and penetrate the barrier, you return to a state of pure innocence, the original divine being you were intended to be, living in paradise, heaven on earth. At that moment, you are one with spirit and your own love nature. You find no limitation, fear, frustration, or confusion there. Only peace, love, truth, and wisdom. Each time you break through your ego facade and experience the true nature of your being, you identify more deeply with your divine self. By contacting your higher self daily, you gradually develop a rapport and a deeper identification with it. Eventually, the day dawns when you come to the realization, I am that oneness, I am that wholeness, I am that God being. That is who I am. In the next chapter, you will learn how to break through this ego facade and attain the experience of your divine self. The Crown Chakra, maturity and insight. The Crown Chakra opens when we have attained psychological maturity and spiritual development. The opening of the Crown Chakra coincides with a time in our lives when we may have to face several difficult personal choices and external life changes. These ultimately bring us spiritual insights and a greater sense of what we are capable of and what our higher purpose might be. For many, such realizations are often seen as a form of midlife crisis. Enlightenment often leads us to reject what we have been in pursuit of what we could become. The Crown Chakra is the center where we experience and know a higher God as an active presence in our lives and where we can choose to follow his ways. It is the driving force for mystics and healers immersed in cosmic consciousness and for all those who actively seek and cultivate their spiritual path. In order for the Crown Chakra to open, it is no longer necessary for us to renounce the world and its material temptations entirely. Our goal must be to see the spirit in all life and to understand that we are here on earth to be happy and fulfill our soul's longings for love, peace, and happiness. When the Crown Chakra does open, we need rest, tranquility, and peace in order to contemplate the wonders and mysteries of the divine. By balancing worldly activity with spiritual pursuits, we can remain grounded in life, often bringing healing and transformation in subtle ways to our immediate world. I love it. So, pile 2. Where do you lose touch with reality and how do you escape it? Where do you lose touch with reality? Well, your emotions get the best of you. They need to come into balance. and this is because of the lack in grounding. You're really looking for that grounding energy, a firm foundation. But it's like you're so desperate for it that it's like the second you believe you have it in anyone, family member, friend, lover, and it's like the second anything threatens that, it's like it's self-destruction. So it's like you have to balance your feelings, your emotions, so you can communicate clearly what's got you upset. And it's like, is it something that needs to be communicated? Because again, it's something from, I'm going to say it's something from childhood. I feel like that's why this is coming up. The children on the card. It's just not real. And it's also not a realistic expectation. How to get out of that like illusion? Healing, going within. Yep, that's what I got for you. I hope that helped. I hope that resonated. And I'm sending you love and light.